Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Ronny, and you are listening to Not a Real Podcast right now, and this is officially episode 2, and we do have a name for this not podcast. It's called Not a Real Podcast, and it's me talking about stuff. So, the one that I recorded yesterday, or the video that the track that I recorded yesterday, I had a lot of fun recording it, and I was like, hey, I want to do more of this. I want to record a bunch before I leave so that you guys can get some content while I'm at camp, because I've been having a lot of fun with this. It seems like you guys have been having fun with this, you guys are interested in it, so I'm really happy to hear that. But yeah, let's get into like what's gonna be happening and all that stuff. So today that I'm recording this, I'm actually gonna be recording with Mattman 2013, or Matthew, or Sasha the Volkov, or whatever you want to call him. I'm gonna be recording I guess you could say an episode with him, so expect that to be coming out in the next few days, next couple days. I'm super pumped for that. Also, if you are watching on the YouTube side, you might be seeing something weird. This is something that one of my Twitch viewers, he was like, yo, you should do this thing. And I was like, alright, so Sergeant Billy, thank you. I'm just gonna call him that because I can't remember his Twitch name. I feel so bad because it's been a while since I've live streamed on Twitch, but he wanted me to put his Discord tag in the description, so you guys should go check him out, contact him in the description. I put his Discord tag, and hopefully you guys can have a lot of fun. And just like send him a DM thanking him, just being like, yo, this is great. And also, if you are not a fan of this, I'm going to be having a poll on Instagram, Twitter, and my Discord server. So, if you're following me on any of those, or if you're in my Discord server, expect a poll to be going out pretty soon after this episode goes live, so you guys can give your feedback and input if we should have this gameplay on screen on the YouTube side, or if you listen on SoundCloud, or you just have it in an empty tab, you don't care. That'll probably be like, I like it, I don't like it, I don't care. That's what we're going to be looking for. So now we're just going to be talking about some topics about what, like, alright, let's talk about what's going to be going on today for me. So today, this is my day. I know this is a little bit of a long intro, but this is basically what this is going to be. It's just going to be me talking about stuff and not really a script. I don't have a script whatsoever. So this is exactly what I want it to be like. So this one's going to be a little bit, it's going to be me just still trying to get into the groove, but whatever. So today I'm going to be recording a few episodes of the podcast, editing all of those for the YouTube side, editing all of the audio so that it sounds nice and crisp. I know the audio is a little bit quiet in the last one. I do apologize. I am going to fix it in this one. And I know that there's a little bit of a weird sound in the, sort of like in the back of my voice, like at the end of the voice. It's with the editing that I'm doing, so you don't hear computer fans or the static from my microphone. And I think it sounds a lot better than hearing a fan or some static or something like that. So I apologize for that, but you know, it's not a big deal. But today I'm going to be going to my dad's and gonna have dinner, and then literally I'm probably gonna edit some of these podcast episodes there because I don't have a lot to do today, and I'm thankful. And it is only 1:35 p.m. and I woke up about an hour and a half ago. Yes, this is how bad my sleep schedule is messed up. I need to really fix it because, man, so a couple weeks ago, I'm honestly not sure how long ago, I actually went on a mission trip to New York City, and oh my goodness, I had so much fun. Holy crap. Yeah, so basically I went on a mission trip to New York City with my church, and I had a lot of fun. It was exhausting, but we got to explore the city, and we got to serve a lot of people, and it was a lot of fun. So if you guys go to church, or even if you don't, like, just helping out in the community is a lot of fun. It may not seem like it, but like it can be, even if you're at like a local food bank or something. That's a lot of fun, and it's not being like, hey, you should go do this right now. It's like, no, I'm not gonna force you to. Enough people probably already do, but if I honestly enjoy helping people out, and I hope you guys too. And if you don't, not everybody's a fan, but whatever. Alright, so there we go. 4 minutes and 40 seconds of me just talking about random stuff. But now, one of the main topics that I wanted to talk about is music. So one of the big things in my life is music, and I listen to a ton of music, and the main platform that I do listen to music on is Spotify. And let me just say, I love Spotify. Spotify is beautiful. Spotify is a great platform for music. If you don't use it for music and you use YouTube, what's wrong with you? Honestly, the load times are terrible. Like videos in general just slow down your computer if you don't have a good one. Spotify, man, like it's so much easier to create playlists and it's easier to find the original sources of music. Especially if it's like an old song, you're able to find the original remastered version of it on Spotify, and it's kind of harder to find them on YouTube from my experience at least. And I just realized my voice might be sounding kind of weird. Again, I kind of just woke up. I haven't been talking a lot, so it might sound like I'm losing my voice, but it's actually just my morning voice at 1:30 p.m., but whatever. So, what type of music do I listen to? Honestly, I listen to almost any type of music. It just depends on the mood that I'm in. So, if I go through I actually do have Spotify open right now. I'm not going to play any songs, but some of my favorite music, you may be surprised, you may not be. I do listen to a lot of punk rock, pop. I can't talk. Punk rock and pop punk. Those are a lot of fun for me. Those just like get me in the groove. I do listen to a lot of 80s rock or classic rock. That's really good. And the main reason that I listen to that is because my dad listened to the music. He basically introduced me to it. He was born in mid-60s. Yes. I am a 16-year-old dude who has a guy that was born in the mid-60s. And I know some people, their dads can be that old, but usually they have more children than one. Like, I'm an only child, and from my experience, for someone my age that is an only child, that's kind of an older father. And if you're listening to this, Dad, nothing against you. It's just something that I've noticed in a trend, and I'm okay with it. Alright, there we go. Just gotta get that out of the way. But listening to classic rock, I love it. I probably like it because it got drilled into me. Because whenever my dad and I would be going somewhere, if it was like going to my grandparents, if it was just the two of us going to my grandparents, or honestly, when I was younger, I stopped. So about 4 years ago, I stopped doing karate, Tang Sudo. I did Tang Sudo, and it was a lot of fun. I did it with my dad for a long, long time, ever since I was, I believe in, between kindergarten and first grade. So all the way from then up to 8th grade, beginning of 8th grade, mid 8th grade, and that was a lot of fun. But basically, my dad and I would go to karate, I want to say 2-3 times a week, usually 2, and we'd have a classic rock station going on the way there and on the way back. So I probably like it because it was drilled into me as a kid, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all, but sometimes when you're so used to something, you start like something that you weren't necessarily chose on your own, and it was just like, hey, this is gonna happen, you gotta deal with it. Sometimes you just start to like it. And I don't think that's just with music either. I think it's also part of psychology. I'm not a psychology major. I haven't taken any psychology classes, so if I say something wrong, please mark out my mistakes. But basically, from my understanding, it seems like, and what I've been told, if you say something enough, you're gonna believe it. And that can be taken positively or negatively or whatever. And I think that's also the case with music. If you listen to a certain type of music enough, you're gonna like it. You're gonna be bound to it whether you like it or not. And I think that's kind of ridiculous. But I think hopefully you guys can experience or have experienced the same thing. Some other music that I like listening to instead of just like the punk stuff, like I said, classic rock. I do like country. So during the summer, I really like country. I don't know what it is, if it's just the summer vibes, if it's the summer lovin', or what it is. Country is my go-to if it's late at night, if it's just summer. Legit, few years ago when I used to live in a house, I would go up onto the roof almost every night, actually pull out the radio, listen to a country station or a local station, and just chill on my roof looking at the stars, like, legit for a few hours. And yeah, like, I don't know what it is, just country is my jam. It can be. Something that I don't think a lot of people have listened to, it's probably gotten more popular in the past few years, is actually electro swing. So it's swing music, but electronic. If you couldn't figure that out already. I haven't listened to it a little bit, but honestly, it's a great set of music. What was it? My friend Sam, his brother introduced it to him, and then Sam introduced it to me, and like, honestly, I love electro swing. It's great something to listen to. It's amazing. Oh man, and also Sam put together this Spotify playlist called Gen Z. I'll put this in the description below because it's a great playlist. But even if you're not part of Gen Z, maybe if you were born a little bit before it, like, legit, this playlist is for you. Just going from the top of the playlist, here are some of the songs that I remember hearing. Friday, Hey Soul Sister, Hey There Delilah, Party in the USA, I Got a Feeling, Fireflies, Viva La Vida, I Kissed a Girl, Holla Back Girl, like, legit, all of these songs from Gen Z, like, it's crazy to think, like, I remember listening to these songs as a kid, and I don't know, it just seems like a lot has changed since then. I definitely think the peak of music of my generation, you could say, was from back then. Like, honestly, I like that pop music from back then. That was some of the best stuff. I think I've covered, like, some of the main types of music that I listen to right now. I also listen to a little bit of rap. Like, honestly, I'm not a huge rap person, but sometimes on my Discover Weekly, rap will show up, and I'm like, hey, that's kind of dope. I'm gonna listen to that. It's pretty cool, pretty lit, pretty chill. And there was a song that I never heard before, and it was called I Think I'm Okay, by, who is it, Machine Gun Kelly, Youngblood, and Travis Barker. And I was like, okay, I haven't heard of any of these people, like usual. I'm not into this big culture of music. I usually go with music on my own. I usually don't take music suggestions. Very few times I will. And I was like, alright, this is pretty cool. I didn't go to the playlist or whatever because I'm like, it's on my Discover Weekly. It's not a big deal. Well, then I watched the 100th episode of Impulsive, Logan Paul's podcast. Yes, I'm sorry. I honestly, I don't really follow Logan Paul, but I don't, how do I put this? I do follow him and am subscribed to him on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, that stuff, but I don't, like, constantly check on him. Like, I don't constantly watch his stuff. I don't constantly like his stuff. I don't stalk him on any platforms. But if there's something that's interesting that pops up in my feed, of course I'm gonna read it. Of course I'm gonna watch it. And when he was doing the 100th episode of Impulsive, it was live, and he actually got Machine Gun Kelly on there. And honestly, I really liked, like, I thought it was great. Like, this dude, I'm not a fan of a person as he is. That doesn't mean I'm gonna throw shade at him. I'm not gonna throw hate at him. We all have our, like, taste in people and music and that stuff. I'm not a fan of who he is. I'm not gonna be mean to him. I hate we're going down a rabbit hole right here. I hate it. I don't want to say hate. I am thoroughly displeased when people say that just because you don't like something, like, if I say I don't like this thing, people automatically assume, oh, you hate this person, you're gonna be mean to them, you're not gonna associate yourself with them, and that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't like who he is as a person, and that's it. There should be no other assumptions, and that's it. Okay, off that rabbit trail. But in the 100th episode of Impulsive, he did 2 songs. It was El Diablo and Candy. So both these songs were from his new album Hotel Diablo, and honestly, I really like it. It sounds ridiculous, but personally, I really like the album. It's only 37 minutes. It has, 14 songs, and I heard 3 of the songs before I even listened to the whole album, and honestly, I'm a fan. And if you noticed the album cover and you knew me when I was like 7 years old, that the picture in the album cover, the kid in the album cover, literally kind of looks like me, like the same haircut and everything from when I was 7 years old. It sounds ridiculous, but it's true. I contacted my cousin Gabe and I was like, yo, you remember how I looked when I was 7? He was like, yeah. And I was like, look at this. He was like, oh man, that does look like you. At least we know your head was empty. And I was like, oh, thanks. That was I didn't really appreciate that, but he was just joking around. But man, honestly, music, I like it. I listen to Post Malone. I can't think of, like, I'm really bad at listening to artists. I usually don't listen to artists. I usually don't get artists by name and all that stuff. Two other things that I really like are comedy music. Like, if it's a comedy song, I'm usually gonna like it. Like, I like Bo Burnham. I like, who else? Who else does comedy music? Oh, there's this one guy. Oh, why can't I think of his name? Oh, it's like... Why can't I think of his name? Oh well. I gotta find this now. I listened to this one dude on Spotify, and well, actually, I saw him on YouTube first. I was like up really early. And Tim Hawkins. He has some really great comedy songs. I'm not sure how long ago they were from, but I really like that. I like Bo Burnham. I do like a lot of like YouTuber remixes. I haven't been listening to a lot of them in the past couple years, but honestly, some of those are really good. When Roomy Official did quite a few of those, I really like them. I really appreciate them. Those were really cool. I'm sure that there's more artists, more types of music, there's more stuff that I listen to, but all of that just kind of comes to mind. Just kind of scrolling through my Spotify feed just a teeny weeny bit. Also, I love my Discover Weekly. It's a great place to just be like, hey, new stuff. And I'm like, that's exactly what I want to look for. I don't want to... I'm really lazy. So I want to listen to new music without having to seek new music. And it sounds ridiculous, but it's so true for me. But yeah, I think that's about it for this one, guys. This one, we almost hit 20 minutes last time. It was under 10 minutes. This is almost twice the length. But if you guys did like this episode, please remember to subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on SoundCloud. Make sure to comment down below what you want to see next if you like the video aspect of this podcast. This not a real podcast, actually. Yeah, we're episode 2, music, and it's great. Also, tweet at me, like tag me on Instagram if you have any questions for me that you want me to answer in future Nada podcasts, because I want there to be some community engagement in there. That's why I'm going to be doing the polls. And if you want to ask me any specific questions that you want me to answer, if you want certain guests to answer, make sure to comment those down below, and or just tweet at me on Twitter and all that stuff. But yeah, so that's been it for Not a Real Podcast, and I hope to see y'all later. Peace.